Hi, it's Lori with Positive Thanks Living, and this is just a quick video to talk about tabs. I made a video last week, Roxy's weekly challenge, making tags. And at the time, I put on some tabs that I had made. So I've made a few more tags since then with more tabs. You can see. And how I made the tabs was with the die cuts. I die cut some shapes. I cut the shape in half, glued it together just on the top so that it can go on a tag, like so. So I thought I'd just show you, demonstrate. I'm sure there are other people that have done this, but it was new for me. I hadn't seen it, so when I discovered how to make these, I was kind of tickled. Can't, because I'm always looking for new ways to use my die cuts. Now these are Edith Holden pages, these here, and these are just plain cardstock. It's a very light cardstock that I embossed. So all I did was take my glitter glue, the glue with no glitter, and attach the two together, like so. You can see I'm just matching up the die cut, and because it's die cut, it's exactly the same. And if it's not cut perfectly, then I give it another shave with a scissor. And I like the look of rounded corners. You can see there's 3 options. I choose the smallest one just to take a smidge off the corner at the bottom, and you have yourself a tab. I like those whale's tail things, but haven't found one at a price I can afford. So yeah, what else could I use for a tab on top of a tag or a journaling card, or even a page for that matter, using stuff I already have? So there is one. See how quick and easy. That's my style. How are you doing? Are you having a good week? This is Tuesday. Tuesday mornings I have our granddaughter, and she naps on me, and I watch your videos while she naps. So now it's Tuesday afternoon, and she's gone home, and I have a little time to craft. It's very cold, at least for North Carolina, cold. But it's a beautiful blue sky here, and I'm very thankful for that. And put together, let's shave off a wee bit of the edge that I didn't cut properly or evenly. Do a little bit of corner rounding and some inking. You see how easy it goes together? So simple. The other thing that I've already worked on this week is slow stitching. This is the 3rd of a series of tags, and I'm doing this challenge, there'll be 52 eventually, to learn more about slow stitching and to improve my ability. I want to put some slow stitching on the front of this journal that I'm working on. This is a patch or a pocket that will go on the front of the journal, and you can see I'm just trying out a few different stitches. I figure if I learn something new each week, after an entire year, I should have improved. That's the other reason I'm doing Roxy's weekly challenge, which is 45 minutes of crafting to complete items. So from start or prepared start to finish, so that things get done and I hopefully get a little more quick in my crafting. I'm not a fast crafter, and I'd like to become a little faster. Obviously, still want to do things well and with quality, but I'd like to do it in a little shorter amount of time. I've given myself the task for one of 2 journals that I'm working on currently. One of them is not going to have any or almost no digitals in. It's all things that are pre-printed, nothing I've printed at home on our inkjet printer. The other journal I'll allow myself to use digitals and just see which is my style, which I enjoy. I have a hunch it's going to be both, because that's kind of me. See, you have enough just to slide onto the tag. And that's these done. Let's do these now. You can see it's an embossed piece of very light cardstock. It folds nicely, but one of these tabs that I made earlier, the embossing created a weakness in the paper. That is something to watch for. We'll see. That worked. I like this embossing folder to go with the Edith Holden images because it mimics leaves. Just seems to be a little more, what can I say, fit a little more organically, organically, in with the Edith Holden journal images. Edges. See, it doesn't take too long to do this at all. And you have interesting tabs. This here. Now, if you notice here, this was this die cut that I've already made into a tab. And I've used the negative space. See, I know the name now because of Marcy at Crater's Call Shop and one other, Fawn, I think. I had posted on Instagram a photo, and it was, I couldn't remember what the term was for using the part that's been cut out, and they both responded and talked about. It's called negative space. So I used this die cut area from an Edith Holden page, put it onto some tea-dyed muslin, and it'll now be a pocket for inside the journal. Just slip a tag in. I like to be able to use even the littlest bits in a meaningful way, not just for convenience, but rather to be maybe a little, to amuse myself a little bit. And one last one. And you can see how quickly this goes once they're die cut. And doing die cut stuff in front of the television, yeah, that works really well. Or if you're watching videos, that'll also work. I do the first, not even half of I glue not even the first half of the tab to leave myself more room to push the tab down further if it makes sense for the journaling card or the tag. I can push it all the way down or leave it sticking up slightly, but by only gluing the top little bit gives me the flexibility to make that choice for each tag or journaling spot, journaling card. And obviously the bigger ones will go on a larger space. The smaller ones will go on a smaller one. So this one was slightly larger. I put a little bit of color on that. You can see it a little better here. And this one is smaller. These were backed. These are encyclopedia pages, and they're backed with some cardstock or paper, whichever at the time was handy. And you can see here, this one is the longer one, and I folded it halfway. I think it's this one here. Yeah. So it's just folded lengthwise. Yeah, so there you go. And that is making these little die-cut images, die-cut pieces of paper into interesting tabs. And possibly, if you have the right positioning on the paper, using the negative space to make a pocket or something interesting. And that's it. Take care. It's Lori from Positive Thanks Living.